2WheelsTV is proudly powered by Broadlink, delivering serious bandwidth for serious business. Bellray Lubricants. And Bridgestone Tyres, road, off-road and track.
Welcome. First up on the show, Bill Hunter gets to test a very special KTM, and then later on, Red Square ZX6 Junior Cup action from Tequiza. Hold on tight.
A couple of years ago, Two Wheels made the fantastic KTM 1290R Super Duke Bike of the Year. Understandably so. Don't forget this bike was developed by Jeremy McWilliams, DC rider, and it was christened the Beast. And no wonder when you get to ride this thing. We had it recently on the dyno, 150 horsepower at the wheel and 130 newton meters of torque, which is like 30% more than any of the current 1000cc superbikes. So it certainly deserves the name The Beast. Now it's 2016, and this time around we have the Super Duke R SE Special Edition. So what's a special edition? Well, KTM, like other manufacturers like Harley-Davidson and Triumph indeed with their new Bonneville range, full of new and exciting goodies that you can bolt on, made by genuine manufacturers, so obviously they all fit straight away. Now KTM have riddled the Super Duke SE with all their power parts available from the catalogue. Things like levers, master cylinder covers, Aquaprovic silencer, fancy disc brakes, and of course this gorgeous gold paint job. So the motor's still the same, but the bike is not. It is only in limited orders, so if you immediately go, I want one, I want one, I want one, you have to be very quick, because there ain't many in the dealers, and I don't think there will be for long if you look at this bike. Well, it was our bike of the year, and for good reasons. The power delivery is shocking, shall I say. 130 newton meters from a 1300cc V-twin, 75 degree V-twin, not 90 degree. And if you work that out quickly, that's two 650 singles side by side. So you can imagine the torque is immense. Like I said, 130 newton meters. So if you come alongside any 1000cc superbike and roll on, you're gone, mate, immediately. And it's a naked bike. Now people might say, why would you have that sort of power on a naked bike? Well, why not? Jerry McWilliams went tearing around racetracks, massive wheelies, showing off to everyone the powers of the 1290 Super Duke. Why is it called a 1290 actually if it's 1301cc? Everyone seems to be up the path of this increment cc at the minute, so 1290, but it's actually a 1301. So if you're looking for massive horsepower on a naked bike, and it's light as well, it's under 200 kilos, then, well, this is arguably the most devastating naked bike you can buy at the moment. But we have stuff like Yamaha's MT-10 to arrive shortly, which we will have on Two Wheels, see if it's as good as this. Now the Super Duke R has got some of the best suspension I've felt in many a year. And why is that? Well, WP have been the masters of WP suspension forever. This has got proper factory suspension with no electronics fiddling around with the damping. And I must say, I'm really not into this electronic suspension. I've ridden many bikes and it just gets confused to me. So basic, top of the range suspension works for me. I'm just sick of fiddling with buttons. So the Super Duke R, like everything else, is riddled with electronic gadgetry, traction control and all that sort of thing. Now you can switch it off, but when you turn the ignition off, it goes back to factory settings default, which means everything is back on. I find it a little bit annoying, but probably European legislation is the culprit of all that. Wouldn't you say so? I would. Just to keep the old Euro bureaucrats happy, you know what I mean? No, mustn't do that, must keep it safe. So it probably is a safety feature, but I find it a little bit irritating. But apparently you can buy a dongle thing, whatever that is, that goes under the seat, and it stops it doing that. Well, it should have come with that in the first place, to be honest, because I find it irritating. But with that power, that styling, that looks, everything about it, it actually surpasses it. And once you're riding it, it all goes away. Talking of riding this thing, I know it's got massive horsepower and torque figures, but let me tell you, it is a real pussycat low down. Only as fast as the throttle goes, don't forget, folks. So even a learner rider could leap onto the Super Duke RSE and easily ride it as a daily commuter, except that it drinks lots of fuel. But anything that makes 152 horsepower at the wheel is going to drink lots of fuel. Now, if you find that a naked bike of this power is a bit too much blustery-wise for long distance, then don't worry, because KTM have a new 1290 GT. Same thing, but with a bearing figure. So we'll have that very shortly as well, see if it's as good as this. Comfort-wise, it really is a comfortable bike to ride, especially with that ear power parts seat. In fact, the whole power parts package on this, if you add everything up, will cost you 50,000 rands in South Africa. Now, to buy an SE, it only costs 20,000 rand more than the stock price, which is just over 200,000 rand. So, why not buy this in the first place? But like I've just said, they're only in very few numbers in South Africa at the moment. So if you want one of these, which I'm sure you do, then get to a dealer right now and grab one before they all disappear. Because I've been told they're not going to make any more of this model after this one.